Hello guys, so today we're going to graph two cycles of the following function. So since this is a sinusoidal function, this would be our phase shift and this would be our vertical translation. Vertical translation, all it tells us that this is going up 1. Now this is our phase shift, so this is just the change in the x value. So this would be going right 3 pi divided by 4. Okay? So this is only because it's negative right here. If it was a positive, then it would be left. Okay? If it's positive. And since this is negative, it would be right. Okay? Right here, the k value, this is k value. K is equal to 2 pi divided by the period. So now if we take out the k, right, we would get 2. Now period would be equal to 2 pi divided by 2. So always use this formula, that the period is equal to 2 pi divided by whatever the k value is. Now this would actually be equal to pi if you cancel these two out. This is our amplitude. And this actually tells us if it's going down by the amplitude at first, or if it's going up by the amplitude. This shows us that it's going down by amp, right? So this is all you need to draw this function. Now the important part is not messing up while doing your scale. Now we know that pi by 4 is a factor of 3 pi by 4 is a factor of pi by 4. So this should actually be our scale, or pi by 2. Now I'm just going to use pi by 2 just to make it easier, so you can actually see the blocks. So pi divided by 2, pi, and then this would be 3 pi divided by 2, this would be 2 pi. Okay? 5 pi divided by 2. That's all you need. So now one block would be equal to pi by 4, since that is 2 pi. Pi by 2 divided by 2. Right? Now, what is pi by 4 times 3? It's equal to 3 pi by 4. So this block is actually 3 pi by 4. Okay? 3 pi by 4. Now let's label the y-axis. 2, 4, 6. Negative 2, negative 4, negative 6. So always label your vertical translation and the equation of the axis. Okay? Just do a dotted line and that would make your life easier. Now, what you want to do is recognize that the phase shift is right 3 pi by 4 and up 1. So we would actually start right here. Just place your dot right there. That's 1 point done. Now, since we know that the period is pi, then 1, 2, 3, 4 blocks is actually pi. So that means that 1, 2, 3, 4 blocks from here would actually be our next point, where our sinusoidal function has gone through one cycle. Now divide this by 2 and you would get that. Now always, from now, look at this. If there's a reflection, then go down by the amplitude. So 1, 2, and then 3 is the amplitude. So you place a dot right there. Then you would go up 1, 2, 3. And since sinusoidal functions are always symmetrical, then you know you could just divide this by 2. Now, all you need to do is just graph. Now, since it says graph 2 cycles, we can just count boxes. And then go by the period 4 right here, divided by 2, just like I showed you, and go up. Always remember to place arrows indicating that it repeats forever, since the domain is actually equal to negative infinity all the way to positive infinity. It's just the range that is equal to the lowest point, which is negative 2, all the way to the highest point, which is 4. Okay? And also, there's a formula for finding the range. Range is equal to C minus A and then C plus A. So if you go here, C, what is C here? 1 minus 3, 1 minus 3, and then 1 plus 3, and you would get negative 2, then 4. Okay? So this is all you need to know to graph a sinusoidal function, and it's pretty easy.